Welcome to Doing Time, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're on episode 13 or 14 now. Can't remember, but welcome. Welcome to my co-host, Brutus Maximus from Rawside Hip Hop, 4 words. And welcome to our very special guest, the Bad Seed, up in the house. Dropping all kinds of fire.
What's good?
Mr. Four Finger Ring. How you been,
Yeah,
bro?
man. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm alive, right? You know what I'm saying?
That's it, man.
Good.
We
How
all
you, man?
breathing.
How
I'm,
you?
I'm actually doing good, Day off
Yo,
today. Don't
Brad,
have to
man.
do no
Listen,
9 to
listen.
5. So
Brad, look, I got a show Saturday. I would really like it if you would let me borrow your beer. Just let me borrow it. I
yeah,
promise
right.
I'll wash it. I'll wash it. I'll return it when I'm done.
There
Word.
you go. Just I wish I could. I wish I could just strap it. There you go. But it takes
Yeah,
a while,
fact.
man. Grow one. Grow it out. Grow
I've,
it
I've
out.
been trying. I've been trying for 47 years, bro. This is all I could get, man.
Damn.
This is all I could get.
That's it. This is
That's
good
it, man.
genetics, I guess. I don't know. But
I guess, man.
so 4 finger ring drop, like kind of out of the blue. It was like, here you go, take this, and it's
I
phenomenal.
couldn't wait.
Like it's
Couldn't wait.
phenomenal.
I was going. Thank you, bro. I was going to drop it in August, but I couldn't wait, bro. I couldn't wait. I kept listening to it, and it was funny because I dropped it on Bandcamp. What was it? Last week or the week before? Monday. I don't remember, but I know that the last song I recorded for it was that Friday, and I dropped the album that Monday. The last song I recorded was Four Figure Ring Part Two. That was the last song I did, and dropped it on Monday. Had everything mixed and mastered. Shout to DJ Green. Shout to my dude David Casto. You know they be having me sound good, man. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it's definitely an album of the year contender. It's up there. It's up
thank
there.
you,
And it's
thank you.
just it's pure. To me it's pure it's pure hip hop. Not one
Yeah,
skip. You just let it run. Whatever you're doing, you're gonna be all right while you're doing it because you got good music in your
yeah,
ears. But
yeah. It was important, and this bug that was crazy because that album, I did that album in 2 months, man. I know I haven't put a project out in a year. Uh, that's not usually like me, but I had a lot of personal things going on during that year, and I knew I was going to drop a project, but I just didn't know when. I did, But Four Finger Ring, I recorded that in the past 2 months. The past 2 months, and the past 2 months have been two of the craziest, probably worst 2 months of my life. Like a lot of stuff on Four Finger Ring is the way it is because that's where I was at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm speaking
right,
on a lot of real time things. Like for example, Bloody Rain. Man, when I first Bloody Rain, the story of the kids getting shot and being afraid and stuff like that. That comes from the perspective like I was working on this album when that happened. You know what
right,
I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, wow, man, I can just imagine how these children were afraid. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, like I wonder what that would be like. And when I heard the beat, that's what the beat said. The beat said, talk about it. Like I don't usually say. I used to like when I first started rapping, and I used to say, yo, I'm gonna make a song about this, and then go try to make a song about that. I don't do that anymore. Like the beat basically tells me, puts me in whatever zone, and I just start writing it. So songs like Bloody Rain, songs like Just Be True, you know, um, that's dude, that's to the fans. That's to I got a whole perspective about that. And think about you. That's about we lost a lot of people.
mm,
Like all these things. Doc Ock had just passed. Shout to Doc Ock, R.I.P. Um, Four Finger Ring Part One. When I say police ran in my crib on some piranha shit. I thought they killed me in front of my mama. Like that really happened. Like during these past 2 months, like that really happened. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff was real on that album. There's songs that didn't make the album that was too personal. I was like, nah, man. I'm not saying I won't ever put it out because them records is dope, but it's like, nah, it's overkill.
Good. Hey, Steve, I wanted to touch on that because Alpha was September last year, right? And Alpha was one of my favorite albums. You know, I got mad love. It was fantastic, and it was a long album. It was a big album. There were some features. Like that was a classic album in a different way than this one is. So I remember when we were chatting, and you were saying, you know, like this time I'm rapping, like you know, and you know. Yeah. Well, I would get those little sound bites and I'd get those little clips, and it's like, yeah, Alpha's its own body of work. And, you know, you got the features, you got the killer beats, you got a whole thing going on over there. And then you turn over to Four Finger Ring and you can tell that there is more personality to it. This is more in-depth. This is more introspective. And it's all you, no features, you know what I mean? So you can see that difference. And the good thing about taking, which is weird for you because you normally do put out music quite often, but the good thing about it was that we got to sit with Alpha for so long because that was, you know, 18 tracks. I can't even remember now, but it was like 18 tracks. That was a big body of work and it needed its time. Yeah. So that was a really good choice to obviously let Alpha breathe before you got into this space.
But it's crazy because it wasn't like it was a conscious choice. Like it wasn't something that I was like, yo, I'm going to just sit back and chill. Nah, like it was situations, circumstances, shit going on that required my immediate attention. you know, so I was dealing with all of that, and you know, I knew I was gonna get back to the music because you know, I was gonna do Alpha 2.0. That's what was actually gonna happen. Me and Team Demo. That's just gonna be me and Team Demo. We're still doing that, you know. Matter of fact, I just started it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we already had a couple records, but I just started it, Alpha 2.0. But and I started this joint with Take Notes too. The new guy, the new producer. I'm doing a whole project with him too. And then of course me and Meg's gonna do something. Me and Freak Show. Like it's crazy. Like I knew I would be back. I got J.R. Swift. I got Easy Mo B, like I knew I would be back. Me and Knots too. You know what I mean? So it just was when. I didn't know when.
All right.
Let's I'll jump in here, Brad. Let's speak on Knots for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the relationship between you and Knots.
Knots is a big part of my career, you know. My first really big records, well, my biggest records all the time is with Knots. Every time we do something, it does something. You know what I'm saying? I was fortunate enough to get my record deal with Warner Brothers back in 2000, you know, because of the records that I did with Knots. You know what I mean? Was on Funkmaster Flex's album with Knots. You know what I mean? So we have that. We have that Batman and Robin type vibe when it comes to making music, you know. Definitely one of the best, one of the GOATs, definitely.
Now, you've been doing this, like you said, you signed your deal in 2000. So you've been doing this for a long, long time. You worked with everybody. You've been doing it. What's the hardest thing right now being an independent artist?
I think off the top of my head, because it's a bunch, but if I had to pick one, it would have to be fighting the popularity contest. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times a lot of times it's not even the artist's fault that they're not popular. You know, we're in an era that I come from an era where in order to be popular, you really got to be dope. Being dope is what makes you popular. You know what I mean? So they call me stuck in the past. Maybe I'm stuck in the past, but that's how I understand it to be. So it's a little difficult to navigate through that because you could be the dopest thing out, but if they're not talking about you, like it doesn't matter. Like none of that shit matters because I honestly feel like pound for pound, bar for bar, all around. I'm talking being able to interview. I'm talking personality. I'm talking bar work. I'm talking beat selection. I'm talking being old but still look young. I'm talking, yo, can none of these dudes fuck with none of them? None of them. Underground, mainstream, none of them. And the thing is that when people do get a whiff of me, they're like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they got to get a whiff of me. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Like, come on, man. We put out an album with no features, all relatively unknown producers, and it is spanking everyone's album. I don't want to hear shit about popularity. 6 man in a building. Like, stop playing with me. You know what I mean?
You are right. You're right, though. You are right because it's about how many eyes you can get on you at once, and the way the market's so flooded right now, it's like, damn, man. Like, how many people are gonna listen to every single release that comes out? I know I can't keep up with it. Maybe Brutus keeps up with that, but I know I can't keep up with it.
It's too many rappers. First of all, not only is it too many rappers, whenever it's too much of something, it can't be all good. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where the fans are coming from in the perspective of, bruh, click my link, do this, listen to this, check out my single, look at my video, all day. Me as an artist, I get that all day. So I can imagine what the fan getting all day. There's some fans, quote unquote, casual. There's casual fans. There's people that they might hear something that's cool, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Yo, I heard somebody in my job the other day say they don't like music. You know what I'm saying? Like, not talk about mine, just a general conversation. Like, I heard them say that they don't like music. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people like that. Like, there's people that's actually, like, us artists, we're promoting on Facebook. We're thinking, hey, you follow me. You're supposed to support me. Yo, there's some people on Facebook that's not even there for that. They're not there for that. They're there for funny pictures, posting derogatory things about their baby fathers and their baby mothers. Some of them just want to shake their ass. Some of them just want to get on there and lip sync to TikTok videos all day. Because apparently that's the new thing. Grown people lip syncing shit that's already been said. Like, yo, why you don't have something for yourself to say and put it out? Why are you lip syncing what somebody else already said? Like,
yeah, it's wild.
I don't understand.
It's wild.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
I'll tell you now.
TikTok's got 1 billion eyes on it. 1 billion eyes. Look at TikTok.
Ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
Crazy.
Grown people lip syncing shit that was already said. Meanwhile, we're artists like me. We in the studio creating new shit and gotta damn near beg you to click on.
Yeah, that's the part that annoys me. That's the part that annoys me. And I've got a couple of screenshots that I'm going to share later on. because this is what annoys me, is that we live in this disposable society. 15 seconds of this, 15 seconds of that, watch it, on to the next one. Mass consumption, just, we're just going through. And in all of that, the quality is lost, right? But not just the quality, it now makes the market so hard for that quality to rise above, because people don't even expect that from themselves anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you actually showed your browser history, if you actually showed your social media to someone, right, it would be laughable. Oh, yeah, I looked at cat videos. I looked at this. Oh, I had a sook about this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of doing something productive with your time, right? And what that does is it floods the market and it puts this coat over everything, and we can't even break through. And that's what pisses me off. I try to cover, everything from, all the guys that need it. That's what Rawside is. It's about those that couldn't get onto, DX, Hip Hop DX, or any of those XXL, or any of those essentially gossip mags, right? And this is what's good about Hip Hop Lifers, is that it's curated for people that actually care and actually want it. So for us all of us, whether it's Lifers, whether it's Rawside, whether it's Seed, the problem for us is that we can't get through this. We can't get through this layer of crap to actually promote quality, because it's just absolutely chock full of bullshit.
Yeah, and the big problem is everybody could do it. That's the problem. Like, you can film a video on your phone. You can make a beat on your phone. You can go to the studio. You could put a studio in your crib for less than $300. Like they're like this. So now everybody's a rapper. Everybody's a producer. Everybody's an Instagram model. And now everybody has an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yo, I know chicks. It's gotta be chicks out there that swore to God, because they walk down the street and men be like, "Ooh, you got a fat ass. Ooh, you got big titties." They like, shit, so I'm gonna start me an OnlyFans. Make me some money. How long they OnlyFans be popping for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that market is saturated. You know what I'm saying? Because all of the chicks is trying to do that on the low. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but why are they doing it? You know what I mean? They're doing it for money.
To get money. But the thing is that it's oversaturated. I think if 6 or 7 out of 10 women got OnlyFans, yo.
It's wild. It's crazy. It's crazy. The social media age.
That's right.
It's the attention age.
Yeah.
It's the attention age too,
Yo.
Yeah.
I ain't bugging, yo. You would be surprised at the chicks that got a OnlyFans on the low.
I know, and they're burying that shit so you don't find out either, especially your coworkers and whatnot. They don't want you to see that,
Yeah.
But
that's what it is, though. It's getting into it for the wrong reasons. And that's the same with hip hop. It's the same with everyone saying, "Oh, I could do that. I could do that." $50, I could do that.
Saturated. It's
That's
too
right.
saturated.
That's right.
Just because somebody doing it, and you see somebody doing it, and they're good at doing it, and don't mean you could be like, "Oh shit, I could do that." Man, do something else. If you see that the lane is so saturated, why you filling the lane up? And then the problem is people filling the lane up that's trash. Like, y'all trash. Y'all disposable because y'all don't even love it. You just doing it just to do it.
Just to do it. Just to make something and put it out and say, "Oh, look, I got my album that I released, or my EP, or my single, or whatever."
Right.
And you're right. They don't love it. There's no drive. There's no consistency.
And those be the ones that blow up.
Yeah.
But it's also why people say hip hop's dead, because they only see those people that fork over a bit of money, get their little trashy song on them, and everyone's like, "Is this hip hop?" You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, hip hop's fallen off a cliff. Because again, they're the only ones seeking attention. They're doing it for the money, and they're rising to the top in this attention age, whereas the quality is underground still. Always been that way, still. And, from where I am, back when I was getting into hip hop, I'd have to wait 6 weeks for a CD to get mailed across to me so that I could hear it, right? So I used to buy the Wake Up Show freestyles and stuff, right?
Those was the days.
6 to 8 weeks for that to even get to me, and then I would just bump it like flat out. I would read the liner notes. You know, music was a product. Now,
yeah, you had no choice but to. You had to appreciate it because you didn't know when the next shit was coming out. Yo, bro, I was just talking about this, bro. I remember when the Source, back in the day, the Source, you would read the Source, the summertime edition, like, matter of fact, spring edition. Like sometime in the spring, it would tell you all the albums that's dropping in the summer. Like, it would be a whole section, and it would tell you who producing on it, who featured on it, all that. I remember reading that shit like, wow, this shit gonna be a hot summer. It's gonna be crazy. They tell you the release date. Now, like, none of that happens. Like, none of that, man. None of that. Like, there's no excitement for nothing. And to be honest with you, it's never gonna go back. It's never. As long as technology continues to evolve, it's gonna eradicate a lot of things. But sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. But you know, that's why we gotta support our own. We have to. We cannot just talk it. We have to support our own. Like, I'm very adamant about that, and it annoys me. Like, my thing is, are you a hip hop head? You call yourself a hip hop head, and you don't know who Bad Seed is. I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand it. I was around through everything. Like, what you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we're not even gonna get into my history, but I was around everything.
You worked with everybody.
I was there. Like, a lot of people were not there. You know what I'm saying? So it be that type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you can't even talk to me. You can't even talk to me. Like, how you got an opinion about anything? Like, you don't even know your shit. You don't even know your shit. Like how we even talking?
Yeah.
I know my shit because I was there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear about it.
Yeah. On Just Be True. On Just Be True, that's the one thing, you know, the thing that sits with me is the flame emoji is not enough. Bandcamp, buy the stuff. You know what I mean? If you're a hip-hop head, if you're a real hip-hop head, you find a way to support, right? You know, and I say the same thing to people. Like, it's a couple of bucks, it's a coffee, it's you know, you'd buy this, you'd buy that. Support, right? Support isn't just saying, oh yeah, that's cool. Like, support is, you know, investing in the culture, investing in what we do. You know what I mean? Because it's valuable. And these people care. Anyone else you buy a cap off or whatever, they don't care. They don't care. The Yankees aren't giving a shit, right? But we care. You know what I mean? So, you know, it goes more than just knowing who you are. And you know, and share it. Like, say, hey, yeah, have you heard this dude? Like, it's not something that you need to keep to yourself. There used to be this exclusivity in hip hop. It's like, oh, you know, I found this uncovered gem, you know, and I'm an elitist, you know. So we're slowly trying to get away from that as well, because people with this hip hop elite, like, oh, you know, this is mine. And now it's like, hey, welcome, you know, come on in, listen to this. Oh, you like so and so? Oh, cool, this guy's cool too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. It'd be the ones complaining about. First of all, you can't complain about how the drill rappers and all of them are blowing up because they support each other. The fans support them. That's how they're blowing up. So you can't sit there and complain about them and you're not really championing the shit that you like. And then you want to sit up there and big up artists like Kendrick. I'm sorry, Kendrick is mainstream. Kendrick is not an underground hip hop artist. He's not. He started there, but he's not. You can want him to be there all you want. He's not.
And he never will be. He'll never get back to that table.
Kendrick is as big as, maybe big, no, not bigger, but he is as big as Drake. So, and Drake is huge. So, Why is it that when he drops, it matters? No, I get. Oh my God, you fucking dog. I get that you like him as a rapper and you want to champion him, and you know what I'm saying. I get that, but where that energy for your man that lives next door, that rap too, that go to work every day, that's dead nice. You tell that nigga he nice. Every time you see him, you like, yo, let me hear something, son. But he dropped the album. Where's the fanfare for his album? Where is it? Niggas will play it one time. They'll play it one time.
It's not the way the sheep walking. So if they're not walking that way, you got to turn the other way. That's the problem. Is everybody's going to follow each other.
I love when people who don't really know what hip hop is, when they be trying to tell me what hip hop is. Hip hop is putting people on to new fly shit. That's what hip hop was. Always. Like, yo, I'm up on this. Yo, you don't know about this. You don't know about these shoes, these sneakers. Oh, you don't know about this jacket. Yo, you ain't up on this rapper. Or who that? That's what hip hop is. You know why? Because it started as a genre of music that was slept on. We promoted us as a culture because we had to. The major corporations and conglomerates wasn't doing it. We did it. Hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? So we forgot how to do that. That's the problem.
What we're trying to do. Yeah. We're trying to bring it back to that. It's a community, really. And that's what we try to bring it back to. Is like, let's really support each other. Let's put each other out. And it's like, I posted that yesterday about like all phases of this game. Producers, MCs, promoters, like we all should be working together. Like the pay-to-play promoters, fuck all those guys. I'll always say it. I'll say fuck those dudes because y'all should be getting paid for your work. You can't be having a dude say, "Oh, I want 200 from you to do 45 minutes." That really bothers me a lot. Even
bothers me. Even paying to do a show.
That's what I'm saying.
I wish I would get somebody some fucking money to get on their stage. Anybody. I wish I would.
Wild. It's wild when they're like, yeah, but you got to pay us to play. You got to pay us to work. That's not cool. That shouldn't be how the way this shit goes down. But I wanted to ask you, like, we have the oversaturation of MCs, but we're starting to see an oversaturation of producers also. Everybody's making beats. How do you look for a new producer, someone you haven't worked with yet? What do you look for?
Yo, first thing, I go over to Instagram and I just pop up in people's lives. And I just listen. If it's fire, I'll throw some fire emojis in there so that you see that I'm there and I see them. You know what I'm saying? Then I might come back another time. If I come back another time, and they got some crazy shit, I'm gonna hit them up. Like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? But usually I just look for, how can I explain it? It's a bop, it's a ditty bop. It's a bop, it's a vibe. For me, you know what I'm saying? I look for texture of the beat. Because a lot of beats are good, but they're not textured right, if you understand what I'm saying.
I feel you.
The texture of the track, the swing of the track. A lot of times it doesn't even matter what instruments you use. It's just how you do it. Like you could be hitting a bottle with a spoon, but how you do it is gonna make the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that because one thing, faultless beat choice. You know, I know a lot of MCs get slayed for this. You know, oh, you can rap, but your beat choice is pretty poor. I can't think of one example where I'm like, I haven't liked the beat. And that just comes down to you. And hearing you explain that's really cool, because there's a robustness to some of the beats that you choose that really gives it a full sound. You know what I mean? Like, it's a full sound. And, you know, props to Murder Megs, because I only know of her because of you. And then, you know, you got Vinnie Paz giving her a shout out for the beats.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean?
I'm proud of her.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her, man.
Your camera went out,
you know,
Seed.
Well, yeah. Hold on. Just check this out. Am I back? I'm back. See
yeah, you back. There you go.
All right. Yeah. I'm super proud of. You can see me. Y'all can see me.
I think you can see you.
Oh, gone. Uh oh. You had some bad weather going on over there. It sounds like too. It's a little windy.
Yeah,
but he's gonna have to jump back on.
We'll get him back on. But yeah, I thought that's a cool question, Brad, because the things he does is insane beat choices. You know, whether he's working with the Snow Goons, whether he's working with people that we've never heard of. And I just thought it was really cool because I just saw it pop up the other day. Because Murder Megs makes some fantastic beats, right? Sick beats. And, you know, features a lot on Seed stuff. And then to see that Vinnie Paz, like, gave her a yell, I was like, man, that's, you know, that's hip-hop royalty, you know what I mean? That's, he's that guy. So to get that praise and that shout out, I think it's just, oh man, it's awesome for her because she does such an amazing job.
I'm proud of her.
And
you heard? Like, I'm very, very proud of her. I'm proud of all the producers on there, man. Got a good bunch, man. Team Demo, of course. Like them guys, man. We're like, me and Jay say all the time, Jay from Team Demo, Jay Cosell. We always say, me and him like gang star. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime we link up, if you see Bad Seed Team Demo, you know what it is. Like you don't even gotta listen to it. You know what it is. You know. And then Freak Show, another one, you know, real quirky sound, and that's what I like about him. You know, is that his stuff is off kilter. That's what I like about him, because he adds a different flavor to the mix from what like Team Demo will give me that bounce. Megs will give me that dark. You know what I'm saying? Freak Show will give me that flavor. And the new guy, Take Notes, he'll give me that introspective. Because if you notice, the biggest records, like I think the best records, songs, like songwriting on that album are the 3 Take Notes records. Bloody Rain, Think About You, and Just Be True.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody brings out something different, you know. And I don't look to one to give me what the other gives me. Like I already have that. Like I need that. You know what I mean?
Right. It's good to have a nice mix of different people too. It's sometimes people get stuck staying with just one producer for too long, and then it just becomes stale. You know, and that's then they get pushed to the side because
my squad is dangerous, and niggas know my production squad is dangerous. They know.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Brad. Is that, you know, if you sit in the pocket too long, people are like, oh yeah, I've heard it. Whereas the thing about the beat choice and the bars and what it brings out of you, that's that challenge, right? You've got a producer that brings something out of you as an artist. And that's where the beat choice is. It's not just about picking a fire beat and saying, oh, you know, I've got an album of fire beats. What it is saying what that music, what that beat, what that track does to your pen. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's where you see people that, you know, Vinny and Stoop can work together forever because they bring that out of each other. And you see different people bring different stuff out of each other. You don't have to be perfectly married up all the time or you get the same result. Right. So that's a really cool point.
Because there's a lot of fire beats, man. Like, there's beats. Yo, I'm going to tell you something. The song Seed was supposed to be on Alpha. That song was during the Alpha sessions. It didn't make the album because it didn't fit the album. It fit theoretically, but think about Alpha with Seed in it. Just think about it. Like, the flow of it don't go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. It's fire, but it don't go. So it made this one because it fit the mix. You know what I mean? It fit what it was. And I think that people don't have that. You gotta lay the foundation in your mind, like, okay, well, I'm starting a project. What's the tone? What do I want the tone to be? And then you pick beats from there. A lot of times people, you could tell when they have no clue, like this shit is just all over the place. The beats are fire, like, but as a project, it's all over the place. Because they just picking anything that they think is hot. Yeah, that shit is hot. But that's not you right now. Like, that's not where you're at, you know. That's what I want to do too. Like when I stop doing this rap shit, which is gonna be very soon, don't be surprised. But when I stop doing this shit, I want to executive produce people's albums. You know, curate their albums, pick beats for them. You know. Of course, it's not gonna say executive produced by Bad C. It's gonna say executive produced by Robert P.H. Diaz. We're gonna keep that going. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that.
Yeah, that's something I noticed on all those albums, and I think it's a fantastic thing. I think it's a fantastic thing that you do.
Yeah, man. Because to be honest with you, if PH was still alive, I wouldn't be rapping. I tell people that all the time. I was retired when he died. You know, but that was my heart. You know what I'm saying? We did a lot together. And we did a lot in this music thing together. And I just feel like it's only right. I don't feel like his thing was finished yet. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's only right to continue it. Keep making music. And if I'm not going to personally be in the booth making the music, then I need to be helping and assisting artists in making their music. You know what I mean? Like it's a promise, you know. Not even just the PH to hip hop. Like I really love this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like really love this shit. This is probably the only thing, one of the only things that I put my mind to that I'm really good at. You know what I'm saying? We all got that thing like from since we was kids that maybe we stuck with it, maybe we didn't. This is mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of the fact that still good at it, you know. And I mean, I'm here talking to y'all. That's a blessing. It's a blessing, man. You know. Who'd have thought? I never thought this. When I first started rapping, I've been rapping since 1988. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Never thought this. Never thought I'd be on a FaceTime talking to hip hop lifers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought
all these years later.
Yeah, man.
It is a wild. It's a wild thing. It's a wild because like, who would have even thought it would be this big and still going at this time back then? You know, because everybody always just like dismissed hip hop every time.
Facts.
There was no airplay on TV till the Chronic came out.
No, it was definitely not supposed to be here.
Giving a fuck about it. So when you were thinking back in 1991, thinking, "Oh, was hip hop going to be in 20?" But we're not. And No, not at all. You can
Right.
see it just by the mainstream media back then, the way what the TikTok is going on and all that. So they're going to start now. All that's being pushed. So it's crazy how hip hop has taken over the world, because it really has. Once the Chronic hit, that was the shift, I think, in the world, how it took hip hop in, and it really has taken over the world. But it also, the world has bastardized it, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true, and I think hip hop made its way into different lanes too. And I, personally for me, the two biggest loves are hip hop and hoops. And then you saw the transition of Allen Iverson, who really brought hip hop to hoops. It had been there. But this is when this was like what the Chronic was for radio. Allen Iverson bringing hip hop and hoops together like this perfect marriage, doing commercials with Jadakiss.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah, that whole thing. I think, and it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to see what it evolved to. I get upset.
We got a lot of
hip hop heads.
Technical difficulty, I think, right now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we had some lag and we've all caught up now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I get upset when hip hop heads come down on the young kids, man, and the music that they make, because it's not for you. Like, people gotta understand, hip hop, we grew up. Hip hop didn't. Hip hop has always been the voice of the youth. So what the fuck? Like, if that's how they talk, if that's how they bop, if that's how the youth does it, they're supposed to talk about how they do it.
Right.
We old. You know what I'm saying? It's always been about the youth. That's why we need adult contemporary hip hop, our own thing, so we can make our shit and they make their shit. But we shouldn't diss them. They're just talking their language. Come on, man. You think Melly Mel and them niggas was feeling us coming up? We was wearing the baggy jeans and the fatigues in the 90s. I know Melly Mel and them was like, what the fuck is these dudes talking about?
Right.
I know Brucey B and Busy B and them was looking at Onyx like, what the Busta Rhymes like, yo, what are you doing? Yeah. So, come on, man. Knock it off, y'all.
That's like the ageism question in hip hop. Like, all the shit going on with Funk Flex and all that. That's been a big hot debate lately about if you're over 40, over 40 you need to hang it up. But I don't feel that way. I feel your way, that we do need our own lane and stay. You can let the kids have their lane, let them do their thing. They're obviously going to take over the mainstream because the mainstream and media love the youth. So they're going to push that. But we have our own thing. We can create our own thing. And that's what we're doing now. Like, we got to keep it going.
Everybody's ridiculous. They're ridiculous if they're really paying attention to what Flex is talking about.
Yeah, I agree.
Yo,
he's 55 years old talking shit about being old. You can't.
Imagine if
he does that. He talks shit. That's what he does. Now listen, I will never diss Funkmaster Flex because Funkmaster Flex was. I will never diss Funkmaster Flex. Funkmaster Flex was a big part of my career. Big part. So I will never diss him. Do I feel like he's wrong? No. I don't feel like Conway's wrong either. I feel like Flex is right by saying, yo, you guys are managed by Jay-Z, Eminem, you're going on multi-dollar tours. Ain't you a millionaire? Like, why are you worried about if I'm playing your record? You don't need me. I feel that. Now, Conway probably isn't articulating it right. But I feel like Conway, being from New York, even though he's not from the five boroughs, you want that flex cosign. You want him to drop bombs on your shit. That New York. You want that New York sound. You want that. And flex is not changing. And that is his gripe with us. Now, Pete, now I know flex. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
We got a few more technical difficulties there by the sounds of it.
I think we're losing you.
Yeah. While we get your backseat, I'll say the same thing. I agree. I think they're both actually. I think they've both got a point. But once again, Flex is doing his thing. Conway's doing his thing, and Conway. Everyone knows Conway. You know what I mean? It's not hard to know who Conway is. So yeah, he doesn't need that. I did see a follow up from Conway saying that's not what I was saying. What I was trying to get across is that you don't need to use your position to put people down. And so when he was saying, "Oh, you know, I don't listen to Conway," you know what I mean? So, you know, going out of your way to say you don't do something when your voice has, you know, reach and it has some impact, you know what I mean? And this comes back to my thing. Why are you speaking negative? You know what I mean? Why aren't you using that time to talk up people instead of talk down people? So that was Conway's issue, and he just
well,
wasn't articulating.
Is that negative? I don't listen to that. That's negative?
I'm saying that's what Conway thinks it is. He's saying that.
No, I'm just. But what do you think? Do you think that that's negative? Him saying I don't listen to Conway. That's negative.
I think it influences a lot of young people who might then make their choices based on what Flex says. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, by Flex being a tastemaker. Yeah, no, I dig it. I dig it. I'm just saying because stating a fact about what he listens to personally ain't a diss. That's like, yo, I don't listen to country music. Did I just diss country music? No. I said I don't listen to it. I don't listen to it. You know. But I think Conway just wants that New York cosign. And he's not getting it. The whole Griselda, none of them.
Yeah. And again, they don't need it. And this is what annoys me. You know, you're sitting there, you're a millionaire, you got you know, he went live on Instagram and had like 1,000 people viewing it in 2 seconds, and he hadn't done anything yet. You know what I mean? Whereas we're sitting here working day and night to, you know, get 10 people to just view and listen and watch. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, look, man, even them, like they're on their way to being commercial, you know. And I'm not saying the underground shouldn't support the commercial artists. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't forget about the people that is still with you. Support them. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of artists drop a lot of dope shit all the time. And you don't see the excitement for it. You don't. You don't. Not like you should. You know what I mean? And my album, I tell rappers, I say, yo, man, Four Finger Ring is not my album. It's all of our album. My name is on it, but it's all of our album. It's the same sentiment, you know, for all of us. So
that's the
they just not saying it.
Yeah. The other good thing you do for the culture seed is your videos. So obviously you go live, you're accessible and all that, and you speak real. That's cool. But all those, what's your favorite song? You know, that insight that you give hip hop heads to artists and the culture, you know, learning that history. That's a fantastic initiative that you took. Again, more than music, this is how you know Seed is hip hop. You know what I mean? He's taken the time to not just make music, not just go, but he's given people insight, you know, to some crazy stuff.
I mean, I'm a fan, yo. You know what I mean? For real. That show, your favorite song, that comes from me being a fan and always wanting to know, damn, what the fuck is Fred Rowe's favorite song? Like, I mean, I know what my favorite song by him is, but I wonder what his favorite song. What's Pete Rock's favorite song that he produced? I know what my favorite song, but I wonder what So I felt like instead of it being a regular interview, like yo, what you got coming out, tell me about your past. Instead of it being that, it's more like two fans just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, you being a fan of hip hop, me being a fan of hip hop. Let's talk fan shit. And that's what that show was about, like from that standpoint. I got one in the can that I'm about to drop. It's funny you say that. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I'm gonna say it. It's the Four Finger Ring edition, and it's got me talking to the producers all in one thing, one Zoom thing, and we talking about the album and their favorite songs and my favorite, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be dropping that soon. I might drop that the day it hits the streamings on the 21st of this month. I might drop it that day. I might, or you might just wake up and it be out. Like
Right.
you know how I do.
You never know.
Yeah,
Like you got a mini tour coming up. How's that gonna come about? What do you got your set ready? Looking to rip up the stage again? It's been a while, no?
People calling, my bad. Yeah. Got set. Couple sets. I'm excited because I haven't done like live performance in a while. Like 2.5 years, man. So I'm excited. I got a lot of material. I put a lot of music out, and I haven't performed any of that shit. So it's gonna be cool. The fun part is picking which songs I want to do. That's the fun part because I got a lot of shit. So yeah, it's not really a tour. I'm just calling it that. But it's a couple. It's a few in Brooklyn. It's one in Philly, one in Jersey, and Northeast type shit. It should be dope, man. Shout to 6 Man, shout to Honey, shout to Free God, shout to Rob Schwartz, shout to my man QB Rap P. Shout to S Street Media,
Yeah.
Shout to Toshi, you know.
There's a lot of people that make
Bruce,
it
I don't know
happen.
if you have anything else you want to
Yeah, man.
anything else you want to talk about?
Oh man, I could do this all day. Yeah. Hell yeah. No, it's interesting. So I love the Sixers project, right? And just selfishly, before Seed retires, are we going to get another Sixers project?
Probably not, but probably not. I'm cool. I'm good. But it's a dope project. It's cool to listen to. That's what's up, but not with me on it. And I don't understand how it's gonna be one without me on it. So I guess there ain't gonna be another Sixers project.
Is there anything else you got coming up, Seed, that you want to talk about before we wrap this up? I don't want to keep up too much of your time here.
What I got coming up, man. Just these shows and try to knock out a couple videos for Four Finger Ring. Four Finger Ring hits the streamings on July 21st. Of course, more music, like I said, 2.0, Alpha 2.0. Me and J.R. Swift. Me and Naps and Drez, we talking about another Biggs and Wayne project. Wreck Real. We got some more. Brutal Caesar. I got a project with Brutal Caesar that is crazy cooking in the background. Oh my God. Yo, I got
I know.
yo, listen. Team Demo has an album coming out soon, right? I have a song on there with me, Planet Asia, and Razzcast.
No shit.
Bananas. That's
Man.
coming soon. That's coming
Okay.
soon.
Cool.
It's
That's
a lot
good to know. That's
of
on the must cop list.
Yeah.
Some heavy hitters, heavy spitters there. And I must say, shout out to Brutal Caesar because I've got an inkling into a bit of background insight into that project. And man, like, whew, this is going to be cool. Question: you and me talk about this a lot. Steve, has anyone reached out for a feature? Is anyone brave enough to have you on their track? Have you got something in the can?
Yeah, I got a couple. There's a couple. It's a couple. Brewing. It don't never be MCs that are known like that though. Never. It's always the ones that are on the come up. You know what I'm saying? It's always them. It don't. I mean, every now, of course, like my peoples, I'll jump on the Napoleon the Legend. That's my brother. You know, I'll jump on. You know, like shit like that. That ain't nothing. Like my brother, like John Jiggs, and like these are my brothers. Jukes Diamonds. These are my brothers. But you know, I get a lot of artists that are on the come up. You know, that want to dance with me, and I love that. You know what I mean? I love that because the ones that really got the pens don't be hitting me up. I wonder why. Oh,
Yeah, it's funny, but that's a good thing too because I was watching The Last Dance last night, and it's always this scene that reminds me of Michael Jordan and James Worthy, and James Worthy saying, you know, I was better than Michael Jordan for about 2 minutes because all Jordan wanted to do was test his game against James Worthy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So that's a
yeah.
sign of respect that these up and coming guys want to tap into you because they're like,
Yeah.
oh man, you know, this is the
And I
guy. This is
love
who
it.
I need to exactly.
I love it. That's how I met Take Notes. I met Take Notes. I got hit up by this guy. Never heard of him. His name is Pop Off. Shout to Pop Off. He's from Cali, right? It's like, yo, want to get you on my joint. I was like, word. So we start talking. We talked the business. We did the business. He sent me the beat. The beat was fire. And he, you know, he did his thing on it. Yo, when I tell y'all, I tore that shit to the floor. Like, yo, I wish it was my song. I wish it was my song. Like that's how crazy. And that was during um while I was working on Four Finger Ring. So I hit him up. I was like, yo, who did that beat, man? He was like, oh, that's my man Take Notes. Ooh, I said, what? So he introduced me to him and he sent me Just Be True, Bloody Rain, and Think About You. He sent me a bunch of joints, but those are the ones that stood out right then and there. After that, I hit him up. I said, yo, who you with? He was like, oh, I got my situation. I said, yeah, you keep your situation, but you 6 man now too. You know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, cool. He was like, cool, cool. So that's how that worked out. He just sent me like a 50 clip of beats last like a couple days ago. And then yesterday he sent me like 30 more. Yo, I got like 80 beats from Take Notes right now. Deadly. I'm trying to tell you, deadly. I could do 8 albums right now.
All right, take notes is on the Brad. Take notes is on the list because the last
Take
time
notes.
Seed said to me, last time Seed said, "Oh, I've got this fire producer. You're not going to believe it was Murder Megs." He said he's like, she's like the female RZA. He's like, bam, and then that.
I was calling her the Mizza. I was calling her the Mizza.
That's right. So take notes on my list.
I'm telling you. Shout to them. Very talented. Telling you. And wait till me and Megs do an album. Oh God. See, me and Megs got this thing where every project we do, I have to pay an homage to a duo. You know what I'm saying? So on Alpha, it was
P and Had. Yeah.
You know. So on this is Bill and Fame. You know. So next one, you never know. It might be Bun B and Pimp C. Bun and Pimp. It might be, like you just never know. You never know who it would be. The out of the duo. You know what I mean? You never know. Ray and Ghost. Like you just never know. Yo, Max, Ray and Ghost.
That's a Hip Hop Life is exclusive.
And
I think Ray and Ghost is next, Max. I'm feeling real Ray and Ghostish. You know, Ghost is my favorite rapper. So, you know.
Seed, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight. I don't want to take up too much more of your night. You know what I mean?
No, anytime, man. Anytime.
It's been a pleasure.
Fun.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. But keep doing what you do. Keep being you.
I was just looking in the chat.
With everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a lot.
I ain't shutting up, Brad.
Yeah, don't. Brad. Please don't.
I ain't shutting up, Brad. Hey, listen.
Good.
I'ma always talk my shit. You heard? Anytime anybody say I ain't afraid of none of these niggas. I ain't afraid of people saying, yo, you know, you shouldn't talk that. Just shut up.
Right. Say,
you
that,
should.
Man. Come on.
I was born to pop my shit. You heard?
Yeah.
Respectfully, like that's what I was born for. Some people born to sit on their hands. Me, I smack you with it, then sit on it. You heard?
Yeah. You can't have a name like Bad Seed and not talk your shit.
Word, baby, but because what am I saying that's not real? I love this shit too much to play with.
That's why we love you, man. That's why we love you. It's because you're the realest. You're like one of the realest people that is in the social media space. You just don't give a fuck, and you're gonna tell people straight up the way it is. And if you don't like it, you don't have to like it. You can move on, or you can fuck with you, and we all fuck with you. And you know that.
But to the people watching who don't necessarily know me, y'all tuning in for the first time. He's absolutely right. But I'm mad cool too. I'm mad cool. Like I'm mad cool. Like chop it up. It's mad cool, man.
Yeah,
Talk to me about anything.
But thank you again, man. Thank you so much. We're gonna wrap this here up. Man. But you will be back on again, and we're gonna get you in Boston one of these HHL shows so you can rip that shit down.
Gotta do it.
We'll have everybody there, or maybe we'll come to New York. Whatever happens. But we're gonna make something happen. We're gonna make something happen.
I'm trying to wow out. I'm trying to throw my back out on one of these stages.
All us old men, all of us old men out there hurting ourselves.
You feel me? I'm trying to jump on chandeliers and trying to swing from the chandelier and rap like word.
Yeah. It'll be one song in and drop. But thank you, brother. Again, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We will talk to you soon.
No doubt.
All right, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen,
wrap it up.
Doing time in the books. Adios.